Hello everyone! So today I wanted to show you some video game stuff, and by video game stuff I mean my mini collection, I guess you could call it. The past couple of months, really the past year, I've been living in so many different places, whether it's at school or with Steph or with my parents. I'm moving to California at the end of the month. I've been all over the place. So it's been really hard to keep a collection with me. It gets kind of tedious carrying around, hundreds of PS2 games. Obviously I don't do that. So I've just been accumulating kind of like a secondary collection. And I just want to show you guys what I've got in that collection right now. So some of these games are brand new that I've never had before, and some of them I have already had and you've already seen in my collection videos. But I figured I'd just show you everything that I have on me right now. I'm playing most of these, not all at the same time, just switching off between them. And there are some that I haven't played yet. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first up is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I did have a Let's Play of this on my channel for a little bit. I didn't finish it. Might get around to it one of these days. But this game is just really fun. I mean, even if you aren't into like skateboarding or sports or anything like that, even if you're not into the story, this game's really fun to just mess around with. And I enjoy it very much. Next up, we have a 2-for-1 deal. NBA Street 2 and NBA Street 3. Now, for people that don't like sports games, I understand, but these are kind of different. These are just really fun, and I grew up playing sports and sports video games, so these hit real close to home, and I dig them. Next, we have a classic, Bully. Now, when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto because I was too young, but Bully was rated T, so I was allowed to play this game, and it's basically the same thing as Grand Theft Auto, except it's toned down a little bit, on a more juvenile, but really great game, and I played it for a while. Unfortunately, this copy is not working anymore. I load up a save state and it just freezes, so might have to get a new copy of that one of these days. Next we have Beyond Good and Evil, a game that I was told to play so many times, and I finally bought it, and I still haven't gotten around to playing it yet. This is next on the list though, and disregard all the prices. I didn't pay any of these prices for this. I don't even know where I got this, like a thrift store or something. But I will get around to playing this one of these days. Next up, Stitch Experiment 626. Now this game's really fun, and I haven't played it in a while, but I keep it with me just because I know that I'm going to want to play it one of these days. Next, we have Sled Storm, a game that I thought was going to be really cool and just like the SSX series, but it is not. It is very, how do I put this? Lame, I guess is the best way to say it. The graphics are really bad. The racing concepts that they put in here are really bad. There's really no tricks, and when you figure out how to do them, they're not fun to do. There's no satisfaction like in SSX, but I thought it was going to be like the same thing, and it wasn't. But I'm glad I tried it. Worth a shot. Next we have Destruction Derby Arenas. This game's awesome. I bought this a wicked long time ago. Just kind of on a whim. Thought it looked kind of cool, and it plays really, really well. So I recommend this one if you haven't tried it out yet. Next we have Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Kind of a similar story with this one. Just like the Beyond Good and Evil. I wanted to play this for a while, I just haven't gotten the chance to get around to it yet. Next up, we have Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Now this is one of the most underrated games of all time. Nobody talks about this game, and I bought it for $2.99 a couple of years ago now. But I bought it because it was so cheap, and I figured I'd have fun with it for 10 minutes and it'd be worth the money. But this game's awesome. The thing that it lacks is voice acting. There is zero voice acting. It's all text. And that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, the gameplay is great. The story's great. It flows very nicely. There's a lot of puzzles. It's kind of like Uncharted a little bit, where there's like puzzles and then you have to fight people and then there's puzzles. But it's a really fun game. Haven't gotten around to beating it. I get to like the very end, I'm like 86% complete, and then I just kind of forget to keep playing it. But one of these days I will beat it. But definitely pick this up if you see it. It should be cheap. If it's expensive, then that's interesting. But it should be cheap, and if you see it, do yourself a favor and pick it up. Next we have LA Rush. Now, this game's really cool, and I got it brand new when it came out. But I went back to it recently, and it has definitely aged. It used to be really well known for its graphics, and they are pretty bad now. The controls are really sensitive. You can adjust it in the settings, but it's kind of, I don't know, still really sensitive for me. It's a cool concept, just with newer things that are out now, it's kind of obsolete, but still a cool game, as I almost drop it. And it came with a soundtrack when I bought it, so that's pretty cool. Next we have Hitman Contracts. Haven't played this one yet, probably get around to it pretty soon. And lastly, for the PS2, I have 2 copies of Gran Turismo 3. The reason why I have 2 copies is because this is my original copy. This is the first PS2 game I ever got for Christmas, like in 2000 or whatever. Crazy. Stopped working. Put the disc in, it loads up, intro plays, and then nothing. So I was really worried that it was either my PS2 or the game. Bought a new copy, and it works great. This game is just really fun. I really like the arcade mode more than the simulation mode, just because you can unlock new tracks, and you can't really unlock cars that way, but the simulation mode is just, you need a lot of time to play that, and you need to really be into cars. I'm not that into cars, I am a little bit, so the arcade mode is perfect. Okay, on to the Wii U now. Like I said earlier, I can't carry my whole collection with me everywhere I live, obviously. So I've limited it down to 2 systems, just the PS2 and the Wii U. And doing that, I have something kind of new, next-gen-ish. I don't even own a PS4 or an Xbox One yet. So the Wii U is kind of my next-gen system. And the PS2 is just my favorite, and I think everybody on this channel knows that. So first up for the Wii U, we have Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. This game, I think, is really good for every collector to have in their collection, just because it's a really, really, what's the word? Authentic role-playing game. It's very fun, lasts a really long time, but if you have a whole day to like do nothing and you just want to like hang out and play some games, something like this is perfect, so I definitely recommend that. Next we have Super Smash Bros. Wii U Edition. What can I say? It's kind of a must-have if you have a Wii U. And everybody knows what Super Smash is at this point, or at least I hope you do. Next up we have Super Smash, just had that. Super Mario Bros. U and Super Luigi U. This came with my Wii U. It's actually really fun, gets really, really hard, but that's how all Mario games should be in my opinion. Next we have Mario Kart 8, one of the best Mario Karts I've ever played, hands down. I think I've memorized every track at this point. I still play it to this day. Me and Steph played it 2 days ago. So, great game. And then lastly, I got Super Mario Maker, which Steph got me for Christmas, I think. And this game's really fun. It's not, don't go into this thinking there's going to be like a story, or there's going to be like a lot of continuous playing. This is a game I pick up and play for about a half hour when I do play it. The level creating can be a time sink, which is kind of cool if you're looking for a lot of stuff to do in it. But mainly I just play a few levels online. I'll do like that Mario challenge thing, and then I'll get bored of it real quickly. But it's a fun game. So guys, that's kind of my mini collection that I have going on right now. I'm hoping to really get back into collecting soon when I am in California, because I'll be there for 6 months. So that'll give me some time to focus on gathering some things and leaving them in the same place. And then of course I'll have to move again, so it'll just be another one of these situations where I have just mini collections in a lot of different places. But Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have like a mini collection or like a stack of games that you always go back to. Let me know. I'm really interested to hear your opinion on the matter. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.